overcome. No justice, no peace. He's going to get his check and leave. And then what? Then what? So it will be very interesting to see. I mean, are you going to have stakeholders in the room? Yes. Are you going to have people, movers and shakers in the room? We'll wait and see. Okay? Will local media cover it? And because if you don't have any media penetration, then most people are not going to know what happened at all. So who's in charge of telling the media story of what goes on? They're going to release it on Facebook? That's great. I'm on Facebook. I'll see it, but there's a lot of folks who could be touched by it, who could be unified with it. They're not even going to know about it. But again, think about that. What should be discussed with the black agenda? We're going to get our priorities straight. I mean, hell, the entire conversation could just be about the power of voting. Like, that would be cool, you know, if someone put together, like, what would happen if a larger percentage of the black population had voted in separate elections. Okay. Last time we had a mayor, a vote for mayor, that was John Crowley, Roxanne Qualls. I believe it was a quarter of registered voters actually voted in that, a quarter, like 25%. So what are we going to do? Secondly, black folks need to put themselves in a position to do two things. One, become business owners on some level. And two, be prepared to sacrifice so you can support black businesses. But nobody wants to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we already know this stuff is simple. What's going to be so different on June 11th? Because Michael Eric Dyson is there. Dr. Dyson. Okay, great. Tell us about your latest book. Okay? Tell us about all that ass kissing you've been doing with the Obamas. How about that? Listen, I'm not trying to be cynical because I would love to see Dr. Dyson. Okay? I'm a fan of no man but my own and my prince and my family. That's my son. But I really, really respect his work. I really do. I mean, to the point where I bought several of his books. And not just the newer ones. I went back in the archives and got some of the old books to get some of that knowledge. But what is Michael Eric Dyson going to tell us here in Cincinnati that we don't already know? So I'm a bit of, I mean, what's that razzle dazzle? Like, hey, is that they're going to dangle the fish to us? I don't know. I'm just feeling cynical this morning. It's a Wednesday, I guess. I don't know. Brian writes, he didn't want to say heroin because he knows predominantly, I think he meant whites use that drug. Yeah. People are still debating the ethics of and the morality of Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Deers. And for me, it's pretty simple. The man's in charge. He does whatever the hell he wants to do. And that's what it comes down to. Ms. D writes, only use a credit card. It offers better protection. And if compromised, at least it will just be your open to buy and not your actual cash. Only use bank cards at ATMs. Thumbs up. What's up, Miss D? Good morning to you. I think I just mangled that. Sorry, that was me. But I get it. Cash is king. How is cash king in a credit card filled world? And have you ever experienced one of these skimmers where you go, maybe you're at the gas pump or you're about to pay with your debit card and things just don't look right? I'm at a point now where, like, I shake it. Like, I look at it and I expect it and try to, like, pull things off of it before I just put my money and swipe my card in there. I'm just being honest with you. Because I don't need that. I don't need, my money's playing tricks on me. It's disappearing. I don't need that. Good morning, Omar. Good to see you. Jericho writes, bonjour. I hope I got that right. Hashtag Team NI. Hashtag good morning, new faces. Yes, always good to see new faces. Welcome. Kush writes, speaking on skimmers, I had my bank account hacked, but my bank caught it. What an inconvenience. Try not to use your PIN when getting gas. Be alert. Yeah. And I don't like people like standing behind me. I got to cover it with my body. I'm just really intentional about it. Like, yes, I'm trying to cover this up because I don't want you to watch. You don't know there's cameras overhead. There's videotaping your PIN number. You don't know what's going on. Ed writes, I am so not ready for another Clinton shaking my damn head. Well, you might as well get ready, Ed. You might as well get ready. The two most unpopular candidates for president in U.S. history. How is just that so appropriate for the times? That is so appropriate. I'm going to tell you. Former President Bush really messed his country up, period. That's it. He really made a mess of this country. And then after electing the first biracial man ever, this country really made a mess of the Obama administration time. They really did. I mean, if these damn Republicans weren't so damn, I don't know, it's like a cult. We have to, anything he says, we say the opposite. I want clean water for everyone. If Obama said that, these Republicans would say, what you mean? Well, we can't drink a little? I mean, it's a bad day in America when the president wants to come into your home during dinner time and tell you and your kids what type of beverage you should drink in your own house, right? That's how they'll try to spin it. And before you say, Nate, that's a ridiculous connection there. You sound like Joe Dieters. No, there's evidence. The first lady was pushing in an effort for kids to be safer. She was pushing for kids to drink more water. Having spent time looking at and being trained about, the issues surrounding our children, I'm here to tell you that that is a real issue. It sounds unbelievable, but there's kids out there who are addicted to the juice box. They don't even like the taste of water, and it's their lazy-ass parents' fault because you letting the juice box pacify your kid. You letting snacks babysit your child while you get an hour away to chit-chat on the phone with your girlfriend and watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. One of my favorites, by the way. I get it. So when the first lady did that, you had people who came out and said just that. Don't tell us to drink no damn clean water, lady. Who are you? We really, and by we I mean the Republicans, and therefore the entire country, squandered a great opportunity during the Obama administration. That's the only way to think about it. That's the only way to look at it. There is no other way to looking at it. That's it. That's it. Enough of me. More of your chat. James writes, good morning, all. Brent writes, voter suppression has always been an issue in this state and with the Republican Party. Redistricting is another means of doing it as well, but most voters aren't aware of that. That's right. The Republicans got called. Federal judge says, now, Republican Party. Now, you know that's against the Voters' Rights Act. Stop it, okay? And the issue is going back to these lengthy requirements in terms of identification. Now, why would the Republican Party do that? That's because they've got a lot of smart people that's getting paid a lot of money to figure out ways to mess up black people's way to obstruct, to obscure, to make it more difficult for black people to vote. Why? Because when black people vote, they typically don't vote for Republicans. Now, here's what I've always said. Why doesn't the Republican Party just do a better job of creating policies or coming up with ideas that black people want to hear? That's all you got to do. But, it just seems like they've got their party priorities, and it is what it is. Brent writes, Edward, I feel your pain, bro. It's going to be painful. Now, you know what's going to happen, though. I'm going to tell you right now, Edward, Brent, if Hillary becomes the next president, and some of you anti-Hillary folks who, going to criticize everything you do, they're going to label you as a sexist. I'm going to tell you that right up now. Just telling you straight up. Carlene writes, late night show, yes, grown folk talk. Okay, great. Thank you, Carlene. Brian writes, sounds like a plan regarding the night show. Okay, great. I've got a great title for it, and I just want to know if I can get a little support. It'll be a little something different, and there's a lot going on, or is there, on the late night tip in the city of Cincinnati? Maybe we'll find out together. John writes, good morning. Good to see you. Wanda writes, morning. Billy writes, Nate, back in the day, we twisted ankles, but we kept playing. Hashtag babies now, if you could. People just don't understand until you've twisted your ankle really, really bad. I mean, is there anything more painful than a twisted ankle? Damn, that it hurt bad, man. I can feel it now. That is painful. And why don't people properly ice it and do what they need to do? Why? You know, I was just talking with a partner of mine. He's like, yeah, I'm playing some ball and twisting my ankle. He's in his 40s playing basketball. That's good. So I twisted my ankle. I said, you ice it? No. Ice the damn ankle, man. That's what you got to do. Pat writes, also regarding UC, a new police report was released yesterday. One recommendation was UC using tasers again. Didn't they kill a young brother using a taser? I have not forgotten, shaking my head. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. There was a big meeting yesterday, and I was not able to attend. You know, family stuff, dinner, kids, all that kind of stuff took precedence. But from what I gathered, I didn't understand that came from the meeting, but I was looking at some of the videos that Kelly Prather posted on her page. And I even reached out to her, and she allowed me to get some of those clips, which I'm going to do so we can play on the show. So you can hear firsthand as to what happened. Do I trust UC police with tasers? I don't know. That's a difficult conversation. That really is. I would have to say no. I really would, because the issue between the exchange between Ray Tensing, if he had a taser, I don't think it would have made a difference. I think he still would have pulled his gun. Because if you think about what he said, I mean, what he said is that his defense with Ray Tensing is that he felt as if Sam Dubose was going to drag him. Okay, so if I feel like I'm about to be dragged and I want you to stop the car, am I going to hit you with the taser? Or am I going to hit you with my I'm going to try to take you out the game so you stop immediately? I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. It was also put out that there was a recommendation that UC police officers not do, some of the patrolling in those areas, and they was doing it anyway. So it looks like everything is kind of falling into place neatly, okay, as it relates to, Sam Dubose and the way that the University of Cincinnati dealt with it. And what I would say is it can give you insight into how they may deal with it in the future. It may give you some insight into how universities of that particular nature in that situation deal with those kind of things. But, I think Jason Goodrich was the former UC police chief up there. I mean, this guy, he even got like a bonus. He even got a bonus after the whole Sam Dubose shooting went down. And there was some outrage about that. I mean, that was written just a couple days ago. Good morning to you. Welcome back. Currently 8:01 a.m. in the Queen City. Nate Ivey with you. And we've been talking about a lot of local issues, quite honestly. There was a shooting over at the University of Cincinnati that a lot of folks are wondering, are we safe? What I would say is get used to it. What I would say is get strapped up yourself. I don't want you to go out there and be violent, but I want you to be in a position where, we can get together every morning. I mean, we got a good thing going on here. And I need each and every one of you. And I love hearing from each and every one of you every single morning. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. But what can we do? I mean, listen, can we ask the gun manufacturers to stop manufacturing for like 5 years? Like a 5-year moratorium on any gun production. Is that going too far? I mean, don't we have enough guns in circulation? And you tell me, I mean, hypothetically, is that too much? Should we go to the gun manufacturers and say, listen, for the next 10 years, no guns? And then if we go that far, don't manufacture anymore. If we go that far, then when we get to year 9, I mean, we're going to have a real conversation. Do we go back? Is that even possible? Brent writes, at least if Bernie goes to the convention, the campaign can make demands upon the party to make changes like the superdelegate system, getting rid of DWS and doing more to challenge voter disenfranchisement. Okay. James writes, I just can't in good conscience see Donald Trump as the man in charge of the U.S. Nukes, scary. Yeah, very scary because he's a very unpredictable guy. Very unpredictable. Derek Wright, you should call your evening show Nate After Dark. I I thought about that. I've got another name that's similar to that, Derek, already.